Hey yo, what's up everybody? Good day to you all, ladies and gents. Welcome back to Matrix Investing, the #1 YouTube channel that is dedicated towards giving you education based on investing in capital markets. Now in this video, we're going to look at the quick ratio, its significance to investors, its formula, and how we can apply its formula on a company that is actually listed in the Dar es Salaam Stock Exchange. Now, if this is the first time you're watching our videos, we also advise you to check out our previous videos so that you can have a better understanding of what we're teaching. If you also find this video of much help, we then ask that you help us out by liking this video, subscribing to our channel in case you haven't, and hitting that notification bell so that YouTube gets to notify you each time we upload more videos into the platform. Now, with that said, ladies and gents, let's get down to business. So then the quick ratio is a ratio that helps in measuring the ability of a business in paying its short-term liabilities using liquid assets. Therefore, a company with a large quick ratio indicates that it can pay off all its short-term liabilities without having to sell its inventory or use additional finances. Liquid assets are the type of assets that can easily and quickly be converted to cash. These assets are usually listed in the current asset section of the statement of financial position, but the value of closing inventory usually isn't considered as a liquid asset because the total value of closing inventory is usually harder to liquidate to cash compared to other current assets. Now, the quick ratio is seen to be more convenient compared to the current ratio because it doesn't measure things from a single perspective of measuring current assets and liabilities in terms of size, but it looks at if a large amount of those current liabilities are liquid assets and if they're enough to cover the current liabilities. Therefore, the quick ratio seems to be a more efficient ratio compared to the current ratio because unlike the current ratio, the quick ratio doesn't just check as to whether there is a large value of current assets to current liabilities, but it checks at a more realistic standpoint which current assets would really be needed to pay off its current liabilities as of that particular time, of which would easily be converted to cash and be used in paying off the current liabilities quickly as of that short time. So therefore, this ratio compares the value of liquid assets with the total current liabilities, and if the result is at least 1, this means that the business has got good liquidity in terms of assets when it comes to paying off the current liabilities. So if this ratio is large, that means that the business is in good financial situation and isn't a business that would get problems in getting funds to use in paying off its current liabilities when needed. Therefore, the result you get, if greater than 1, it means that the value of liquid assets is greater than the value of current liabilities, and even if the business has already paid all its current liabilities, it is better that there is some of the liquid assets that remain in order to facilitate running the business in its day-to-day activities. So we can calculate the quick ratio simply by taking the current asset, subtracting that total current asset from inventory and prepaid expenses, and dividing the result you get there with the current liabilities. Now, the reason why we deduct the value of inventory, just like we mentioned earlier, is because when performing these calculations, it is harder to convert them to cash. We also deduct the value of prepaid expenses in the case of a business or even in a normal case. This is because when you pay for a product or a service, even before getting it, that person or organization has your money but hasn't yet given you the product or service you need. Therefore, this individual or organization is your debtor. And in business, these debtors are listed in the statement of financial position as current assets, but we deduct these expenses when calculating for a quick ratio because when paying down for your current liabilities, you don't really use the prepaid money you put down in order to get a product or service. So then, ladies and gents, let's see how we can apply this formula on a company that is actually listed in the Dar es Salaam Stock Exchange and interpret as to whether the result we'll get indicates that that business is worthy of investing or not. So here we all are, ladies and gents. We have the statement of financial position for the company Tanzania Portland Cement, and the main intention of opening the statement of financial position is so that we can calculate the quick ratio. So let's just get down to it. So we have our total current assets right over here, which is 191,011,413,000. Remember the 3 zeros right on top. They're indicating that there's supposed to be 3 other zeros. And we're going to first off subtract this by the total value of inventories, which is listed over here, which is 61,598,827,000. And the result we're going to get there is 129,412,586,000. So we also talked about deducting of prepaid expenses. Now, if you can observe this list of current assets, we do not directly see the prepaid expenses. However, if we do go for these other short-term operating receivables, now there are two types of receivables that you can see in the current assets. There is the normal trade receivables, which simply just means these are the people, organizations of which the business has sold its product or service on a credit basis. But then once we get on to other receivables, well, then this includes the prepaid expenses. This includes the income you're supposed to get from people or institutions, but they haven't yet paid you. But then this income has got nothing to do with the product or service you're selling. This is more like side income. So then we might as well just head on to the notes, section number 24, of which that is found in page 17. So here we all are. So then is notes number 24 right down there, and we can see right over here that there's the prepaid expenses of 1,980,357,000. So we might as well just deduct that figure. So we're going to take this figure right here, and we're going to subtract it by 1,980,357,000, and the result we're going to get there is 127,432,229,000. And so then that right there is our net current assets as far as liquidity is concerned. Though the figure we got there, those are the most liquid assets that this company has. So then switching back to the statement of financial position, we're obviously going to take this figure and we're finally going to divide it by the total current assets, of which you can see here is 82,527,007,000. So then the result we're going to get there is a 1.544. So then that just means that the value of these liquid assets is 1.5 times larger than the value of total current liabilities. So then this is also a good indication. So then this just means that for every 1 shilling of current liability that is available, the business has 1 shilling and 50 cents available for liquid assets. So then if the business were to pay down its total current liabilities, so then you just take the 1 shilling and 50 cents, subtract that by the 1 shilling, and you'd get 50 cents worth of liquid assets that would remain in the business in terms of running this business on a day-to-day basis. So then this is also a good indicator. Not only is the business able to pay down its current liabilities using its liquid assets, but then it's also able to remain with enough liquid assets that could be used in running the business's daily operations and activities. So then as far as this business is concerned, this business has got no problem whatsoever in getting cash and paying down its current liabilities whenever needed. So then this just shows that this business is in a top-notch, is in a good situation as far as current debt is concerned. With that said, ladies and gents, thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. If this video has been useful to you, we then ask that you help us by hitting the thumbs up button, liking this video, subscribing to our channel, and hitting that notification bell so that YouTube gets to notify you each time we'll upload more videos like these into the platform. Share this video to your buddies. Sharing is caring and knowledge is power, so that they can also benefit from this video just like you. If you're on social media platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, don't forget to check us out there. Our account name is Matrix Investing. The links to our social media accounts are in the description below. We provide content related to investing in the Tanzanian capital markets on a daily basis, so don't forget to follow, like, share, and comment. If you also have questions or opinions to contribute, you can do so on the comment section or DM us on our social media accounts. We're on Medium Way. So anyways, thank you all so much and have a great day.